Hello everybody, Bruce Petro with Home Maintenance Solution and Ask Handyman Bruce. Today we're going to talk about one of the really important things about a deck, and that is the deck flashing against the house. A lot of decks don't have it, and in fact if you have a rotten bandboard on your house or issues where there's rotting inside in your basement and you have a deck on the outside, that's probably what's causing it. There was no flashing put in. We're going to show you how to properly install that today. Alright, so the first step is to put the first piece of flashing in, starting from the end of the deck, and I like to put it over the top of the ledger board on the deck and let it slide between the gap of the joist and the ledger board, so that when we put our deck board on here, it's going to hold that down. Water is going to flow down this way and out. We have vinyl siding here, so we're going to show you in a minute how we're going to finish that off. But that's our first strip. Now you're going to usually have a joint unless you have a really short deck. So what I want to do here is put a little silicone underneath this and make sure that water doesn't flow backwards in this little channel here. If that's down and this is down, maybe there's a little channel where that holds water. We don't want it to flow back through there, so we're going to caulk that. All right, I'm going to put a bead of just silicone here, and obviously it's important to get a complete bead there so that you don't have a little channel where the water can run backwards, because that's what we're trying to avoid. I also like to stay close to the end here too, because if you're way down here, water can kind of pile up in there, and then if anything fails in the future, it'll just sit in there. But right now, you see the way I got this is that there's really no pathway in, so water won't have any place to sit. It'll run off that way. All right, this is where I've seen a lot of problems, is around doors. Most decks have a patio door, and it's kind of important how you flash this. So this door has a nice overhang here. It's about an inch almost. So I'm literally just notching the flashing to go right under the door. Now, what I've also done is made sure that my cut is even with the door here, and I'm going to put it behind this J channel. Okay, so this is the J channel coming down the house. So if you're new to flashing, those of you that know how to flash might not even be watching this video, but you'll already know this. But if you're new to flashing, I want you just to realize that flashing needs to be done in such a way that water will run down and stay out away from the building and run out down to the ground on the outside of this ledger board. So we obviously want to put this flashing behind the J channel, so any water that comes down the house has a path to run out. So we're doing that and making sure that that fits in there tightly. I'm checking under here too to make sure there's no gaps. You can't see it on film, but if you need to, you can even caulk underneath that door for gaps there. So that's the main lesson that I want you to take away from this, is to watch your flow of water and caulk where the two flashings come together over your ledger board, and you'll be much happier down the road.